Okay, obviously excited for our coaches and our players to come to Stillwater and get a victory. There wasn't anything easy about it. It was a lot more challenging than what the final score indicated. I think everybody agrees with that. We won the turnover battle, which was good. We were excited about that. Obviously, our defense played well. Third downs, once again, was off the charts good. Both Nick O'Toole on the punt team and Mike Molinari on the kickoff team probably deserves a few game balls from keeping the ball away from number 24, who's pretty dynamic. So, a lot of good things. Wendell Smallwood obviously ran. I thought he was the fastest guy on the field. I thought he played the fastest on the field. Started good, but they settled in, and we had to continue to make plays in the second half. So, with that, take some questions.
Defensively, what'd you do, Coach? I mean, obviously you shut them down. Anything special went into this?
No, just played ball. I mean, this whole thing was, it was challenging. Coming off a big win last week, we kind of went through the motions for the majority of the week. Had to practice inside. There's no way that we could, practice for this heat, and it was hot. And it took a toll on us. So we tried to offensively run the ball and huddle up some to take some of the pressure off our defense, which I thought we did a good job of that. But there's no way that you can practice for that, and it was tough. But to come out in the second half and do some good things offensively, controlling the clock, being able to run the ball, had a 200-yard game. Wendell had 132 or whatever. That's obviously the difference in the game.
There's third down plays. You ran the ball, got the first down instead of drives.
Yeah, we saw something there that we could take advantage of. I know the chatter. I know what people say. But it's something that I felt like was the best thing to do. Believe it or not, we try to call plays on third down that work. And we saw a few things that we'd be able to get. Dreamus made a couple of great runs on third down, but those are some of our better players, and giving them the guys the ball when they're dropping 9 people is something that makes sense to me. So we're going to continue to do it. And if they crowd the box, then we'll probably throw the ball.
Did you like the way Clint managed the game?
I did. His numbers aren't fantastic. Just an average 21 to 30 for 238. Kevin looked dead-legged to me today. He didn't. They played a lot of cover 2 to him, which people are going to do, just to try to take him away. You have games like that. You got to be able to, being able to run the ball is the difference in being able to win a game like this and not being able to win a game like this. So. The way he managed it, especially, he knew what our mindset was, and he did a good job of getting the guys in the huddle and making sure that everybody's on the same page, and then he checked something at the line of scrimmage as well. The completion, made some good decisions on our run pass stuff, put the ball in play in the pass game, and took care of the ball. So he managed the game extremely well, which is what he does best.
You shut them down on third down. Were you doing anything special on third down or in particular to shut them down so much?
Oh, I don't pay attention to all the calls. It looked like we were playing defense. I sometimes would mix it up. Sometimes would blitz on third down. Sometimes would drop everything. I think Gibby does that as good as anybody. Giving them a look and blitzing everybody, giving them a look and dropping people. So mixing things up keeps them off balance. And we've talked a lot about finishing drives. Third down is something that's key. We were 50% on our side, on the offensive side, and which is the difference in the game.
You said White looked dead-legged. Is that what happened with his numbers today? Was it something they were doing to him, and what did that do, opening things up for Mario?
Well, it did. They were rolling everything to his side. So that's going to happen, which means if that's all that we can do offensively, then we're in for a long remainder of the year. We've shown to where we can run the ball, and then Mario can get loose as well. So you got to pick your poison. Then you got a quarterback that kind of sees where they're going and who they're covering and what their plan is, and for him to be able to put the ball in play is a good combination for us. Kevin's, it was hot, and he's had a 7-game stretch as good as any receiver in college football. So people have taken notice of that, and they're going to take him away. We're going to be, if we can be successful and win games with them double covering him, I think everybody will be happy with that.
You You did start more characteristically on offense, but kind of, I guess, a little more determined in the second half. Was there a point in time where you said, you got to do it this way, quicker, more normal way is not working?
Well, the first 2 drives were great. That was fun. Then we went out there and we kind of sputtered. And then I saw some hot, tired bodies. So when you're in that situation, if you can grind the clock out, run the ball effectively, gives us a chance to win. So it obviously turned out okay.
Some people would say, wow, do you think you have an offense that can do that this year? Obviously, yes, but the defense to do it, though, is that maybe the biggest difference in then and now?
Yeah, being able to run the ball. I mean, we didn't forget how to throw it. You know, I mean, 238 yards is just an average day, but we didn't forget how to throw it. You know, being able to run the ball is important, and then defensively, just playing at a high level allows you to get yourself in position to be able to win football games.
Dana, I know you said turnovers is something you guys needed to work on, although you did stress it. Drayvon comes out and has 2 interceptions. Is he pretty much not a freshman anymore?
Well, I think Drayvon played well. You know, I think all those guys are playing well. Carl's playing good. You know, the whole defense is playing pretty good. To get 2 turnovers in a game is and one of them actually scored. I mean, that was like, wow. You know? I didn't think I was ever going to see it again, to be quite honest with you. So, and then we had 0, which is another wow deal.
Dontrell Homan got back in action this week.
Yeah.
Judging from one thing that he had said, he didn't think he was going to get back. When did you know he was going to be there, and were you planning to play him this much?
Yeah. You know, he played, I think, 3 snaps last week. I mean, he had a scope on his knee, which usually is about a 2-week deal. So he came back, played a little bit last week, and had a good week of practice. So gives us more depth on the D-line. You're going to need all those guys.
Coach, what can you say about the offensive line today?
Yeah, gritty. Those guys are tough. You know, and there's a lot of situations where we had numbers to be able to run it, and we called the right plays. Clint got us into the right plays. Schematically, when they're doing that, we need to be able to do that. We need to be able to take advantage. I've been in a lot of offenses where we've had body for body with people in the box and we can't run it. So now in order to stop the run, they got to add people, which is, you know, opens up the pass game. So I think those guys played good up front. I did not like how we were pass protecting early and saw Clint kind of get thrown around a little bit, which scared me. So that was another reason to run it.
What's it mean for you guys?
Touchdown? Sorry, Ed. On the Offer's touchdown, was it just man coverage and he got position?
It was run pass, and that safety shot down, and we threw it. He made a play. You know, we challenged him all week. We knew he was going to have some one-on-one because they were going to spin the safety over and down to stop the run. So the more he can do that, you know, it was good to see him have his 100-yard game. Then that more that's going to even things out, and they can't double Kevin over on the other side.
What's it mean for you guys to be bowl eligible now, have that under your belt? I mean, at this point in the season with so many games left.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, we're 6-2 and we won, so we're going to celebrate this week. We're not going to be satisfied with the fact that we've won 6. So I told him in there, I don't want to hear anything about that. Everything that we're doing is all we do. You know, enjoy this and then get ready tomorrow for another top 10 coming to Morgantown.
Okay.
All right, thank you.